Natural history museums provide valuable experience for students in school that help them gain a deeper understanding of the nature of science and science inquiry. Students can engage with real-life applications of science and undertake their own inquiries using real objects. For example, in fields such as paleontology, they can use actual specimens and equipment and also engage with the scientists at the museums. A study from Harvard University and other related institutions supported by the Wellcome Trust, ESRC and Science Learning Initiative looked at how schools and museums can work together and research the long-term benefits to learning and engagement that museums can provide. These studies found that museums provide an impressive range of resources that reserve the need of the school science curriculum well, and their program should be embedded within STEM learning ecosystem so that parents, schools, NHMS and other general community are collaboratively involved in engaging students with science. Teachers should encourage students to think about science as something they can engage outside of the school. Given that museums invest significant resources in attempting to engage school students, the effective value of museum visit is an area that has received surprisingly limited attention. Teachers too need to recognize that students should explore exhibits interactively with others as well as on their own. The most effective learning in NHMS takes place when students are physically engaged and when learning experiences are enjoyable, meaningful, and socially interactive. One similarity between teachers and students interviewed for the study was that they talked about exciting exhibits and how they were able to learn about scale, evolution, and change over time, as well as being able to go into more depth about individual exhibits. Among other important key findings and recommendations are to ensure successful collaboration between museums and schools, the roles and boundaries of each should be clearly defined. More attention should be given to students' prior knowledge and their resulting interpretive stance in the design of exhibits and related learning experiences. Students should be provided with suitable pre- and post-visit activities, and these should give students opportunities to ask questions. Learners benefit from meeting with scientists and other experts. Such encounters can improve their attitude towards learning science, knowledge about career choices, and better understanding of how science works. Natural history museums need to make use of new possibilities afforded by digital technologies, including online exhibits and interactive multi-user games. At the same time, they are increasingly displaying replicas and digitizing collections in order to preserve collections and increase public access. Research is needed on the effects of the learner due to this shift. Natural history museums need better ways of measuring the long-term consequences of such provisions. Natural history collections are an irreplaceable and extensive record of life and form the basis of our understanding of biodiversity on our planet. Broad-scale educational accessibility to these vast specimen collections, specimen images, and their associated data is currently severely hampered. With emerging technologies and massive efforts towards digitizing specimens, there is enormous potential to revolutionize biology education at all levels. These specimen images and data provide an unparalleled opportunity to integrate both inquiry-based and place-based learning into education at all levels and in all venues. At primary, secondary, and tertiary levels of education, natural history specimens and associated data have an inherent focus on spatial and temporal variation and are uniquely situated to integrate traditionally segregated disciplines and to develop creativity, generative thinking, and rigorous inquiry, qualities that all will be required for successful future generations. These rare collections are excellent tools for engaging students in biology and allied subjects and helping students draw connections among subdisciplines within biology such as ecology, evolution, and molecular genetics, and connect biology to other fields such as art, computer science, and geography or geological sciences. Natural history specimen can nurture student interest in solving important societal issues such as sustainability, invasive species, declining biodiversity, food security, security, climate change, and emerging pathogens. To realize these educational opportunities, we need to overcome the disconnect between educators and museum scientists by providing greater access to teaching collections and building student-friendly digital interfaces and educational modules that demonstrate how to explore the vast natural history collections. There are a growing number of excellent models for overcoming these hurdles that illustrate how these approaches could be expanded and more widely adopted in educational settings and environments. Natural history is simply the historical record that provides a biodiversity baseline that enables researchers to track geographic and temporal changes in species and communities and to correlate those patterns with natural or human-related changes in the environment such as climate change and pollution. Natural History Museum thus provide valuable experience for our students in schools as well as in colleges and universities and help them gain a deeper understanding of the nature of science and science queries. The primary role of the Natural History Museum is to provide the scientific community with current and historical specimens for their research, which is to improve our understanding of the natural world. Learning in Natural History Museum helps students understand the historical value of objects, respect diverse culture and understanding multiculturalism, and also how our social history has evolved over time in close conjunction with our natural environment. Exploring such museum gives students the ability to engage activity in the process of acquiring knowledge and to express thoughts and emotion. Natural history studies thus can also identify new or confirm the importance of known disease makers or genetic variants or molecules in the body, tissue or fluids. These findings can help in the diagnosis of a disease, provide prognosis or as a basis of a drug development. But what kindles the little young inquisitive mind is that they initiate an interest in the mind of the student to learn how science works, how the natural works, how evolution has shaped our life and how this has impacted our human civilization and the world around us. Thus, museum collections and it preserves our objects and materials of biological and historical value. They are a good source of entertainment as well as important source of education. Such museums help to present and promote our biological and natural history heritage, and they are a storehouse of old artifacts, sculpture, objects, history, plant and animal materials, geological collections, geographical collections, and every aspect of natural modern history. It is important for us to understand that museums provide a huge collection of material resources that helps us in understanding our past and how our future is being shaped properly through competitive research. The main responsibility of these museums is to probably public funding institutions with have public service responsibilities. Museums like such and these are important educational spaces responsible for providing opportunities for learning and discussion and providing queries in the mind of new investigators, particularly the little children that visit Natural History Museum and come out with a world of inspiration for them to look for their next query. Shoykot Kumar Basu, Bureau Report, Kalinga Chronicle TV.